let's get started. Just to start off, this is me. Okay. So my introduction is very simple. What I say is my name is Jeet and I do nothing and I do everything. So I've been in the content space for a long time. Previously to Singularity, which is my digital agency I'm running with the partner right now, I had my own animation studio. Okay. So we used to do a lot of content work for, you can say, marketing purpose for builders, developers, so on and so forth, as well as in the ads and film space. So that's where I sort of understood what exactly it takes to create a video and how we can actually start doing things, in a much more consistent manner, as well as in a much more, you can say, continuous flow. So that's about me. I would like to again thank all of you guys who have come out here, because it's great that you are interested in video. It, and video is one of the things which can bring serious benefits to your business or to whatever you guys are doing. Maybe someone is just trying to highlight a particular scenario or a point in the, or make a change in the society, and that is also where video can really help you. So agenda for today is very simple. I want to help you guys understand what are the 5 kinds of video every brand needs. Okay. So these videos will basically be your starting point. Okay. Because there are more than 5 kinds of video which every brand needs. But these videos set up the foundation. Okay. And on top of this, you can then start building, because you'll get ideas as soon as you start working on these things. Then we need to understand what kind of videos, can induce trust. Because if you want to sell something, or if you want someone to like your page, if you want someone to, comment with you or engage with you, you need to induce trust in the people. How do you do that? Let's see. We'll talk about this. And how to use videos for conversion. Conversion can be anything. It can be a sale. It can be getting someone's agreement, so that they are agreeing to your cause, so on and so forth. And the last thing is, there is currently a game changing revolution which is happening in social media, which is known as Instagram Reels. So why exactly you need to do why you need to do this is what I would like to just take 5-10 minutes for. So let's start right now. When we look at 5 kinds of video every brand needs, these videos, as I said, they form the foundation. Now what happens is, we need to understand, I always look at things, from the foundational aspect. So if you were to check out, where does the term video come from? Okay. It's a it's a very interesting, you can say, exercise which I keep on doing on and on. So the term video comes from, you know vid, VIDERE. Okay, vidre. And if you were to check more, it would just be VIDE. And it gets mixed with audio. Okay. So vid means to see, and audio is we all know what audio is. When you mix both of these things, when you are mixing visual with audio, that's your video. Okay. Now, why this is important is, normally what people do is, people think of it as a point key video is just visual, but it's visuals plus audio, and that is very important for us to understand. Okay. Now, over here, what we are trying to do is, the in the 5 kinds of video which we are talking about, one of the first videos is a teaser video. A teaser video is the most important thing for a brand, because this will be maybe your launch video, or this will be maybe if you are trying to get attention, okay, from people, then this is the video you need to have. Now, how do you not miss this flow? You just need to go with a simple framework, that is the IDA framework. Okay. What is the IDA framework? It just says one thing: awareness, interest, desire, action. In some cases, it says, instead of awareness, it uses the term attention. Okay. Now, This particular formula, which is the IDA, it is there since the 1965 or 1956 onwards. Okay. Now, what this says is, if a content is built in this format, okay, if it is supplied in this format, then people will be able to understand and people will be able to take action. So what we are doing is we are first trying to grab their attention. So it's like, think of it, your long lost friend is walking by and he's not noticed you. The first thing you will do is you'll try to catch their attention by saying, hey, what's up? And that hey is the attention part. Okay. Now, what we are doing out here is the teaser which I'm talking about is nothing else but it's a call for attention. Okay. Let's see one of the teasers which is there. So this is actually the trailer for iPhone, but again, the kind of shots which they're using, if they were to convert this into a 10-second or 20-second, okay. So if I was to search for iPhone uh, 11 teaser, okay, these guys are only coming up with this. Let's search another brand, OnePlus Nord teaser, okay. Now, the OnePlus Nord did a different kind of a launch this time. So what's happening is it's just giving us the whole sense of that particular launch because it was done during the pandemic. So it was done in a different way. And this is a teaser video because it's not showing the complete thing. It's just sending in one message and it's all about this launch. Okay. And they just want to talk about experience OnePlus Nord. Now, this particular thing, if you see a new kind of launch for a new beginning and all this messaging, it's showing you a variety of things. It's showing you X, Y, Z, like frames which are just intercutting between each other, and you don't even know. Okay, they're not giving you time to read it. Now, this is what a teaser is supposed to do. A teaser is supposed to confuse. A teaser is supposed to make you feel like I want to see more of it. That's why it's known as a teaser. So if you see out here, this is the Samsung Edge teaser, wherein they have just teased the Edge and they have just written what's next. And this is for their 2015 event. Okay. Now, the second thing to this is teaser might obviously have a trailer, but more important than the trailer also, because trailer though automatically you will build maybe. But there is something which is known as a brand video. Now, brand video, it's not about um, the product or the service, but it's about the promise. Okay, please understand this. It's not about the product or the service, it's about the promise. So if you see, Apple made this video a few years back. Okay, and what they are just trying to give the message out here is see things differently. The ones who follow a vision, not a path, where others perceive first as valuable, you value the first thing that actually matters. Now, what's happening out here is this is they are trying to play with your mind, okay, through this video, and the feeling you will get at the end of this video is, wow, that was something else. They have not shown you any product, they have not shown you any service. What they have shown you is their promise, okay, and that's your brand video. Brand videos are you can, if you want, you can show your product, but you need to understand a brand is a much bigger you can say positioning, right? Do you guys understand what a brand is? Can you guys give me an example of few brands which are your favorite brands that would really help me to connect with? what are the brands that you guys remember? You guys like Levi's, Coke, Nike. Yeah, Nike. So everyone remembers Nike. Amay Prabhu is, I think he's putting his own brand, which is great. Uh, Puma, TVS. Right. Now, all these brands which we are talking about, like if we talk about Tata, the moment I talk about Tata, you guys, what is the emotion that comes into your mind when you think of Tata? Trust. That's the main word which I was looking for, and that is right. Trust, promise, legacy, quality, urban born. So all of these things which you're getting now, this is not what Tata has told you to tell, right? But you guys have, over a period of time, you guys have lived through your lives and you guys have understood that this is what Tata stands for. And trust is one of the main things. Tata is, we all have that feeling that it is India's company. So it is something very special than all other companies in India. So anything that Tata does, we all kind of trust it. Imagine all the spaces where Tata is. Tata is in steel, Tata is in fashion, Tata is in real estate, Tata is in vehicles. Okay, they are into food markets. So Tata is everywhere, and that has actually led you to believe that Tata is a brand that can be trusted because they have delivered on their promises time and time again. So if Tata were to do a brand video, it would be on trust. It wouldn't be on, uh, let's say, they would not shoot it showing their services or their products. They would show people and they would show what people are experiencing. And that is what your brand is. Brand is always not in the hands of the brand itself. Please understand this. A brand is always not in the hands of the brand itself. It is in the hands of the audience. Audience decides what a brand is. Okay. So we need a brand video wherein we can connect with the audience on a very higher level. Okay. Where they kind of understand what our brand promises. And that is what a brand video is all about. The next video which we need is, and this is again true for any kind of service and any kind of, you can say, product or any kind of digital product also. So we need an explainer video. Explainer videos are really important. Now, explainer videos don't really mean, let's say, animated videos like this. These are one type of explainer videos which have become, very popular in the market. You need not have this. An explainer video can also be something as simple as maybe the founder is just explaining what they are doing, and he or she is using maybe sticky notes to communicate this whole thing. Or the explainer video can be something as simple as what we are doing right now. Okay, and if I was to explain to you guys instead of what video creation is but what we actually do, so that would be my explainer video. It need not be in the same format as all other people are doing, but the purpose is important. The purpose is it should explain your product or your service. An explainer video should have an agenda to explain your product or your service. So one of the questions which Amay you had asked was how exactly can videos help in service industry? An explainer video will be really helpful for you, wherein you can showcase, things like what are the brands you are working with. You can showcase things like some of the renowned projects that you have done. If let's say you, as a service provider, you do not have clients who are on those levels which you want to showcase, then what you could showcase is how good your service is. You could just say, uh, company X worked with us for 3 months, and in these 3 months I took them from point A to point B. How did we do that? Explain that part. Okay, so you explain to them, okay, first we built their website, then we did the SEO, then we started running ads for them maybe, and you showcase all the dashboards from your backend, and that becomes your explainer video. But show them those graphs over a period of time growing and in the right sense, and that is a very simple video. So next time if a similar client comes in, what you do is you just send them a link of this. Look at what we did for XYZ brand, and that's your explainer video. Even you could make an explainer video if there are people from agencies out here. You could make explainer videos for your services and for even your pricing model. Price is one of the main things which people in India are sensitive about, right? So if you can explain your price and you can explain what is the value you can provide for that price, then that would actually be a neat explainer video which people would want to see. Okay, so explainer videos are really important for any product or service. For product, in the product case, explainer videos can be as simple as how do you use this product? What is the console look like? What is how exactly does this work? Okay, this brings me to the next kind of videos, which are tutorials. Okay, now tutorials, you would ask me a very simple question, and that would be great. What I ended the last point with was the explainer videos can be used to explain products. Okay, in which I said how exactly this product can be used and all those things. That kind of sounds like a tutorial. Okay, but it is not. Now, what I mean by that is an explainer video only explains the functions and functionalities. Okay, and it shows how that promise can be delivered. Whereas a tutorial will actually show how to do, let's say we are explaining a brand of, we want to showcase a brand of mixer grinder or something. Okay, in the explainer video, we will showcase how this mixer grinder basically works and what all things can you create out of this. You can create juices, you can create your salads, and you can create smoothies and ice creams and so on and so forth. In the tutorial, you will get specific every time. You will say, okay, today let's create maybe orange juice. Let's create a cocktail. Let's create strawberry ice cream. Okay. So tutorials are very specific, and they will be at least a bunch in number. What I mean by that is you need to keep on creating tutorials. Okay. This is one of the main things which is important, because as your customer base grows, you will get an idea what kind of tutorials are they looking at. When you are posting, let's say, tutorials on juices and cocktails and mocktails and ice creams, you might notice a trend wherein people are looking at your ice cream videos more than the cocktail or other videos. Now, this is where you decide, okay, let me try showing them more ice creams. Let me try showing them ice cream based milkshakes. Okay. And then you will get your own category over there. Um, I see Madhukar has raised their hand. Second, let me just get them more forward. Okay, it was just a mistake. Okay, no worries. Guys, if you want to communicate or have a point to add or something, you can raise your hand, and I will basically allow you to talk so that we can discuss that in person. Okay, cool. No worries, Madhukar. No worries, no worries. The second part about this is tutorials can actually help you to produce a large form of content which can be showcased on maybe YouTube or Instagram, which is where your audience lies. Okay, so if you can figure out how to create videos at scale, then that is going to be very useful for you, wherein people will start looking at you not just for those videos, but they will start eventually trusting your brand as well. They will start looking at your brand in a more serious way. Okay, they might start recommending it to others. Videos get shared, and through their shares, people might start noticing your brand, and that's what the idea is. The last type of video, or the last type of video which I would recommend for every brand in this whole lockdown and unlockdown state is a webinar. We need to understand where people are right now. The lockdown has added a benefit to all marketing, and that is people are now used to coming on Zoom calls. Right now, we have got about 26 people live on this Zoom. Okay, there are more people watching it live on Facebook. So what's happening is people are used to this form of content. So with this, what we can do is we can actually provide value by having a session like a webinar. Now, what is a webinar? A webinar is nothing else but 1 hour of time, okay, which is done live with people, okay, wherein we can explain what, or we can maybe explain a particular topic, or it can be we can start looking at what people are struggling with and create a topic wherein we know for sure we were successful. Okay, like if you can show your authority, if you can show uh, your excellence in terms of understanding the dynamic of the industry by a webinar, then that is going to bring you a whole lot of trust. Okay, and webinars, why they are really useful, I would say, is there's another strategy with attached to this. One is we are going live right now, and we are being seen by maybe 24, 26 people right now on Zoom, and more others on Facebook. But imagine we are recording this webinar. Once we record this webinar, what we do with this is we put it on our website. Okay. So I've been telling you guys that this is happening and this is going to happen soon and all those things. So if you go to singularity.in/webinars, okay, we actually have done that. So this is okay. So these are all the webinars that we have created. Okay, and you can see it like right from the start till now. We have got all these webinars. There are more webinars, like as we are going on adding these things. Like this particular episode will be also added, I think, in the next 4 5 days. So this is the benefit which we get. Now, what happens is when we go to see this particular webinar, we are making it sure if this is a marketable page every time. I can run ads and I can get people to view this. And this is creating a trust in the brand more than anything for us right now. Okay. So these are the 5 kinds of videos which every brand needs. Okay. It's a teaser video. Teaser video also one more point which I would like to add is, imagine if you are someone who is providing services and you're providing XYZ 10 services. Okay, you might be doing email marketing, you might be doing website development, social media marketing, running ads or SEO, SEM, so on and so forth. There are so many things you can do, but where is your customer getting attracted from is what you need to understand. So imagine if you create 6 to 7 teaser videos for all these services, okay, one for each, and start just running a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad around this for a targeted audience group. What you will notice is your targeted audience group, based on your understanding, is going in for one service over another. Maybe more and more people are coming to you for website maintenance versus social media. That means your targeting is giving you that result. So your targeting needs to change. So you need to optimize your targeting. You need to also optimize your services. Maybe if you are happy, you can provide website maintenance, awesome. But what if you are thinking, अरे मुझे तो social media करना था, and that is where you get the feedback कि you need to now change your targeting audience, okay, or your target group, so that you can actually get more inquiries for social media, and that's only and only done directly through a video. Okay, so this is something which I would like to add. These are things which we can actually do for all our brands, because unless we start doing this kind of work, we are not going to, grow. Why am I saying this? People today are binge watching on Netflix. People are watching videos on YouTube. People are watching videos on Hotstar, Amazon Prime, so on and so forth. People have bought unanimously this whole funda कि video के through मुझे communicate करो. So if you guys are not communicating through video, you are late to the party. And that's why I would say ki it's important to start. It's not needed ki you need to be a Steven Spielberg or you need to use very expensive software, but we'll see how we can do this step by step. Okay. Second part, how do you induce trust through videos? Because this is very important. Um, why this is important is there are two, three things. One is when people see a video, are you just showing up amongst the whole pool of people who are around you? Like if you are in the service industry, there might be other people also in the service industry with you. If you just release one video and you think आपका काम हो जाएगा, नहीं होने वाला. You have to be consistent. What I mean by consistency is you have to start pushing videos at least in some way, shape or form. Small videos. Not I'm not talking about 1 minute, 2 minute, or even 10-minute videos. I'm talking about maybe videos which are 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, 45 seconds maybe. If you can do that, 15 seconds video आपने 10 दिन जो है continuously डाला, okay, या 10 video 15 second के बनाया. The next agenda take की 30 second का video बनाना and showcase that. Okay. Now, consistency is the number one thing. Where you can see this consistency is, I would bring your attention to HubSpot. Okay, so if I do a random search, which is digital marketing, and I would just write plan, digital marketing plan. And when I search this, okay, you see this blog.hubspot.com comes in. Okay, anything that you search for digital marketing, HubSpot will come in, like video marketing trends 2020. Let's okay. Right now there is no HubSpot out here, but one second. Go to the second page. Okay, crazy. They're not here. Let's just write video marketing. Yeah, video marketing. They're number one. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to showcase is these guys have consistently written content for each and everything. Today, earlier it was the blog. Okay. If you think of why we are talking about video today, in the start, when websites were new and people were looking at these websites, the trend which had set in was blogs, because blog was through which content was being shared. So blogs were ranked for SEO, and through blogs we could find, or Google could find, who do you rank up. Today, surprisingly, videos are those things. People like let's say I don't go to let's say directly Google to search. I might go directly out here to search, which is YouTube. When I search video marketing here, HubSpot does not rank. Neil Patel comes in. Okay, Neil Patel is trying to rank for these things. Ahrefs. So video marketing SEO or video SEO is the number one thing which is going to make you more and more popular. If you see these guys are making videos in Hindi, which is great, right? Because not everyone is in India is actually speaking English as the first language. So someone explaining all of this in Hindi is going to be very popular. Now this is where you can understand how people are searching and where people are, trying to find these things. So video is very important in these regards, and that's why you need to be consistent, because if you're not consistent, you will not be ranked. Okay. Same goes for Instagram. If you see on Instagram, if you are publishing your videos or Facebook, over a period of time, people will like it. The gold standard for consistency on Facebook, if I were to look at, okay, there's this guy, Nas Daily. I don't know how many of you guys follow him. So Nas Daily, he has a simple formula: 1 minute videos daily, and he's doing this for I think past at least 5 to 6 years. And if you look at his videos, they are really, really great. Okay, he is actually shooting them. Okay, and he is actually shooting stories around the world, which is actually making people feel, wow, I need to travel the world. I need to see more. This is not the way we need to live, and all of these things. He's also showing few things which are like he's uncovering stories or success stories of how people are actually doing great things. Like if you see this part, how they beat coronavirus, and this is like 5 months ago. These guys have done this. So he's just talking about what is happening around the world, and that's his story. Now, my point with this guy is he was consistent for at least 5 to 6 years, and he is on top of his game right now. He started his YouTube channel that is also doing great at this moment. Okay, which brings me to the next point, which is the narrative. We need to understand. We need to understand one part, that is how we can induce trust. Is consistency is one part, like showing up every day. It need not be every day, it can be showing up once a week, whatever your time. So imagine how TV, अपने बचपन में टीवी सीरियल आते थे. They used to come one episode in a week. Later it changed to a part which is one episode every day for 5 days. And now what Netflix has done is Netflix is putting up everything in one shot so that you see it as per your demand and see it at your length. And what people are ended up doing is people are binge watching, right? So that's how the media industry has changed. But what we need to understand is consistency is not about being consistent daily. Okay, it's about being consistent maybe weekly. Start with a week, or week एक video. Okay, and then over a period of time you will understand. Oh, this is simple. This is easy. ये कर सकते हैं, and that's how you will progress. The narrative. The narrative is very important. What I mean by that is your videos need to have something which is beyond just the product, which is just beyond what exactly you are trying to say. It's not about the what, but it is about the why. Okay, so I so there is this guy. His name is Simon Sinek. Okay, he's a very popular chap on social media, and he is the person who basically did a TED talk, and he did a TED talk on this particular topic, which is the golden circle, in which what he says is most of the brands are talking about what they are doing or what they are selling. Okay. The second thing which some organizations tell is how they are doing it. But the most successful organizations, they talk about the why. So he gives an example of Samsung. Samsung basically used to just market the what, like our cell phones are smartphones. They have X digital camera of megapixel, blah blah blah. They have got so much battery life and all those things, and Samsung still does that. Okay, example of Samsung still doing that, I will show, and they do it nicely. They don't do it like badly, but it's just a pattern, right? So Samsung made this ad for Galaxy A51. He just talks about awesome screen. Hello, hello. You guys can hear me? Thank you. So Samsung just made this. stupidly amazing ad. I love this ad actually. But what this ad is about is it's just talking about one thing and one thing only, that is awesome screen, awesome camera, long lasting battery life. Okay, and they go on and on. If you hear the soundtrack also, it is the same thing. One second, partial screen showing. One sec. No, I can see the full screen. Okay, so Samsung made this particular thing, and if you imagine what the lyrics of this song or this, are you guys able to see the screen or not? Yeah, I'm seeing it. Madhukar, it's perfectly fine. Thanks. So Samsung made this whole ad on only these three lines: awesome screen, awesome camera, long-lasting battery life, and this is the lyrics of this particular song also. Okay, the song or the lyrics for this session, for this video, is just that. What they are doing here is they are just talking about what they have brought to the market. They are not talking about the why. Whereas if you see something like Apple's very first ad, okay, this is Apple's ad when Steve Jobs joined again, and he made this ad along with the creative team. And the whole idea of this ad was to appeal to people who think different. And what they are trying to showcase is not their products, they are trying to showcase the people, why we do this. We are people who are not fond of rules. Okay, we think different. That was the end messaging which they did. And based on this, what happened was they got a whole, Apple actually came back from a slump and they became the giant that they are today. So what you need to know for the narrative is you need to know the why, and it's not the what that is important. What is what am I selling? Okay, that is one part of the story. But if you can define why you are selling it, okay, then that would be really important. Really, you will make a connection with the audience, and then maybe the audience will buy from you. So that exactly is the narrative, and that narrative need not be in you can say just one part of the video. That narrative needs to come out consistently in each and every part of the video. An example I would take is, what this webinar series we are doing. The webinar series which we are doing, it's known as This is Marketing, and this is one of a kind because we actually show how to do these things versus just talking about this and just running away. Like we have shown people how to write blogs live. We have shown people how to create, let's say, content live, how to plan your social media calendar live. And today we will see some part of how to make a video. Now, this is what I'm trying to say. Ki this is our why is very much in place, wherein we know we are doing this because we genuinely want to show people ki this is how we can actually perform marketing. Marketing is something of a confused space in India because people have gotten into it, but people kind of are lost. And that's what the purpose of This is Marketing, the webinar series is. We want to help people to understand, okay, this is what we can do, and this is what actually marketing is, right? So that narrative needs to be clear in each and every video. How that can happen is in everything that you do, your why should be a part of it. Okay. And one of the last things which is there is it's little abstract is flow. Basically, the idea is simple. What we need to do is when you start working on videos, you will discover there is a certain kind of flow in which when you are making a video, it is consistent and it is communicating the right kind of brand message out there. Now, when you discover this, is when you start understanding, okay, this is my flow. So make it your own, like the framework which I shared with you guys, that is ida. Ida is just one framework ka example. Okay, there are tons of other frameworks, but ida is one of the most popular one which I told you guys about. Now when you start working on this, you might notice, okay, when I'm creating videos for attention, they are getting you can say they are getting audiences, but when I'm producing for desire, utna nahi aa raha hai. Okay, so what you need to then start doing is you need to look at how do I go from one to another seamlessly. So one video can be just attention, this can be your teaser. Interest can be more on the lines of what exactly is this space about. So let's take an example. Let's take an example that right now people are thinking about electric vehicles. Okay, electric vehicles is a booming space, and let's say you are a manufacturer of electric vehicles and you want to hit the market. Now the call to attention which you would come up to is, obviously there's a lot of pollution and a lot of these things which are going around, and which we can all save the planet. So let's say you make a interesting teaser around that. Okay, now to develop that interest from there is you need to show how an ev or an electric vehicle is going to provide the same benefit and even more. Okay, when it comes to a normal vehicle. So can you showcase all the things that we did using a normal vehicle using ev? Okay, so that is what is going to develop that interest. Okay, then the next part is the desire aspect. Now why will someone desire for a ev? It can happen if there is maybe one of the most, maybe there is an influencer which people are following, and that influencer is using a ev, so I am interested, so that will build desire. There can also be a desire built based out of how you guys are using this. Okay, basically you say, you know what, don't look at evs at um, evs as a solution when you're going for long rides. you know what you can look at ev as a solution is for your shorter micro rides where you take the auto and all these things. So there you don't take the auto, you use your ev. It is cost effective, so you showcase cost effectiveness. You showcase it is just 1 rupee per kilometer. These all things are going to develop that desire. And when it comes to action, that action based video is just going to be about what's your price point and what is the benefit you are giving. Maybe you guys are giving benefit of free recharge for the entire year. Okay, if you see, there is a brand of electric vehicles called Ather. Okay, and Ather actually did that. Ather actually gave free recharge. Okay, Ather actually gave free recharge for the first few vehicles which were booked. So you could actually just buy this and for a year use it without any paying for the electricity which you are going to use. Okay, so basically that's where I was saying ki we can actually think of, what all things to use or create our particular videos in a flow kind of a way. You need to connect your narrative. Okay, it cannot be just like I gave the example of the electric vehicle. You need to think of how it's going from one part of the funnel. Okay, 1 second. And yeah, how it's going from attention to interest to desire to action. And if you can do that and map that out for people, people will be able to understand it over a period of time. And these are all separate videos that we are running, right? So it's not कि एक वीडियो ही है जिसमें ये सब कुछ होना है. Abhi, the time is of micro content, and that's where you need to have all of these videos separately and not together. And that's what I mean by the flow, the narrative, and consistency. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's look at few things which we need for conversion, because videos need, see, after all, we are doing these things. It is for an aspect wherein we need some kind of conversion to happen. What that conversion is, conversion might be a sale, the conversion might be someone subscribing to your service, the conversion might be someone saying, yes, I'm with you and I will be supporting this cause. So when we need to have, we need to think of these conversion ideas, we need to have a strong call to action. Now, call to action again connects back to your community. You cannot just put in, a random call to action saying ki buy my web services from me. Because if you were to imagine this, what is the best location, okay, to sell vada pav? Can you guys give me an answer? Please write your answers in the chat. What is the best location to sell vada pav? It says Mumbai to Dadar. Okay, inside a local. Okay, near station, near railway station. Yeah, schools. So okay, let's look at these answers. Imagine street markets. When we say, we are not being very clear on where to put up this particular thing. But again, street market, I'm assuming, is a place where a lot of people are actually going to be there. There is going to be a huge footfall, and which is where people can, come in large numbers and maybe buy, become your customers, which is a good idea. Outside school, again, uh, it's a limited audience. Think of it like school के बाहर अगर बड़ा पाव का stand है, then it has a very temporary in surge of, or temporary surge of audience. Okay, now when we say things like railway station, you know for sure Mumbaikars travel through railway station. Okay, they travel through trains, sorry, and they all go to railway stations. That's why you would see at Andheri. Okay, I'll give you an example of Andheri East and Andheri West. There are, in this space, there are three McDonald's in Andheri East and West. To the point that Andheri West mein there are two McDonald's facing each other. Okay. Similarly, if you see on the east side also there is a McDonald's, but at the same time there are at least 10 vada pav vendors on both sides. There is Jumbo King on both sides. Okay. There is, you can say, a few other local vendors on both sides. And why they are all, and they're all their business, if you see, everyone is eating vada pavs out of these places. And why that happens is because there is so much supply and so much demand. So the main idea is we need to go to a place where there is a huge demand for this thing. Similarly, if I were to ask you guys, uh, if you were to sell your service, who is your customer? Okay, which is the community who is going to buy from you? If you do not have that answer, then making a video is not useful. You need to know who is your customer. You could also, what we did is, I told you earlier one part, that you need to prepare your teasers, okay, for multiple things, and just run it across to your audience. Now that was to understand who your audience is. Once you understand who your audience is, you can actually then start looking at giving them a call to action. Okay, one second. Is there any question on this thing? Because this is really crucial. When to make a conversion video? You cannot, what I'm trying to come to the point is, you cannot make a conversion video in the first place. You need to look at it from a standpoint, okay, who is my audience? Are they interacting with me? If you do not have the answers to those questions, I would say do not put in a conversion video ka idea also. Okay, so conversion video is something which you need to do only for a specific group who has engaged with you at least more than, you can say, 5 times. Now, how do you know who has engaged more than 5 times? You will get this directly from Facebook or Instagram or whatever way you are doing it. Like, say, for example, if you are communicating with your people or your community through emails, you know it for sure who has opened those emails. Okay. The people who have opened those emails are people who are going to obviously start looking at your brand in a more different way than people who have not seen any one of those emails. So that is why you need to then start looking at, if someone has seen my videos for 5 to 6 times, okay, then we need to start looking at actually giving up this idea of conversion. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. Actually, there is this one app which was continuously buzzing, because of which I could not concentrate. I just signed out of it for now. Okay, sorry, extremely sorry. The second part is you always need to think remarketing. Okay, now remarketing is again, it's a follow up to the above point, that you need to market to people who have already seen your service. Remarketing is also the same thing. You need to remarket to people who have visited your website, who have seen your ads. If person A has seen your video for 5 times, then you start remarketing them. And remarketing videos are very much important for you, because those are the videos which will convert. It is said that normally a remarketing video converts up to 40% more versus a call to action video which was given in not remarketing stage but the marketing stage. Okay, so if you are throwing out an offer of, let's say, some web service, run your offer. Okay, make sure that people go to the website or they go look at your video or something, and then you start remarketing those people. On Facebook, if you are using videos for you can say videos as a promotion, then you can actually target people who have seen more than 15 seconds of your video. You can target people who have seen more than 1 minute of your video. So all of these audiences can be made separately and targeted separately. And that is where remarketing comes into play. And this all can be automated also. Okay. So that's where you need to use remarketing for conversion. The last thing which is there, which is again connected to the narrative part, you need to have a connected narrative. Okay. You cannot be, and I cannot, stress more on this. So imagine if in the start of your, like in your teaser video, you promise something to the people. You promise something like um, maybe an EV service which people have not experienced before. And through your communication over a period of time, people actually see this. Okay. And that's where people will be like, wow, this is what I want. Okay. And that's when you have actually connected the narrative from awareness, interest, desire, and action. So that's how I would say, you think of videos, think of narratives, how to do this. One example of this, if I were to give, okay, if I go onto Facebook, so there's this marketer, is Vaibhav Sisinti. He runs an awesome LinkedIn program. Okay, if you see what ads he runs, okay, you will start learning from this. Right now, he's running these ads, leads, leads, leads. Everybody is talking about leads, but nobody is talking about quality leads. Okay, and he has few videos which he's showing. So simple videos, right? So these are the simple kind of videos which we need. We don't need very complex videos. One more example. right? So what is happening out here? If you see this part, so these were you can say things which have been for attention. It's just giving you a very simple thing. You get leads, you get more money, you get more quality leads, and all those things. Now, similarly, he's also made a longer video, which is why more leads is not equal to more sales, where he's explaining this stuff. Now, this is giving a demo of what exactly is going to be the workshop like. Okay. Similarly, he has few testimonials. So people are actually, giving testimonials who have attended his workshop, and they are talking about it. Similarly, he is also showing, let's say he recently did a webinar with Tanmay Bhatt. So he's talking about that. This is more to do with, you can say, all his testimonials and all. Now, this is the first video which you guys will come to if you look at all of his work. First video is learn how to supercharge your LinkedIn profile online 5-day workshop. Now, over a period of time, you will also get this video, which is a remarketing video. So if you see this,
hey, just noticed that you checked out the LinkedIn 5-day workshop page, but for some reason, you haven't signed up yet.
So imagine if you click on this and you see the video or you see the link and you come back to Facebook, then he hits you with this remarketing video wherein he says, hey, you saw this page, but you didn't sign up. I can't understand why you did that. And then he would start explaining why you should be looking at him. So when you start looking at this video, it builds a narrative that he is looking at all your actions. So it feels like he is continuously looking at what is happening and how people are, reacting. So this is where it is very important for us to understand how videos can be used for conversion. Okay. Again, coming back to this. Now, one example which I wanted to take you guys through is what platform to use, because a lot of people were asking me what platform to use, right? There is an online platform called InVideo. Okay, it's a paid platform, but not that expensive. If you see the pricing plans are really. So I am on a professional plan, but I will be changing that soon. Let's see pricing in video. Now I will take you through in video why I say it is helpful in many cases. So let's just see this. Okay. So what they if with the yearly plan, if you see, these are the monthly plans. So $16 per month and $48 per month. These are the yearly plans. If you make it, let's say, into a yearly plan, you are going to get $24 a month. Okay, and that would be 24 into 12. So in that sense, it becomes like not that much. Let's see how much that is. It's $288. Okay, and if we just roughly calculate that, it's 20,000 bucks. So I would say start off with the monthly plan, and even before the monthly plan, what you could do is you could just check out online. You will get some coupon codes and everything. Okay, if we get something, then I will pass it on to you guys. Just start working on this platform as it is. Okay, there are many ways in which I think a lot of times people are getting this service for free also. I think if you join Vaibhav Sisimpi's program, you get this for free. Okay, so check those things out. But why I'm saying this particular video is what you, or this particular software is what you need to concentrate on. First of all, it's online. It's a browser-based thing. Okay. Now, what that helps you to do is it is going to free you from this whole idea that you need to have a editing machine or something like this. Okay, you need not have something on the lines of a Mac or anything, and you also have the freedom because it's on cloud. From any machine when you join, you can check this out and you can start looking at whatever you create. So if you were to see, let's say, projects. So these are few things which I have created on this platform, and it's just here. If I were to connect from some other machine also, I would still find it here. Okay. Similarly, there are two, three things which I want to take you guys through out here. This is the templates, and templates are your best friend. Okay. We need to literally take this to heart. That is, we want to make professional videos in minutes. Because if it's taking more time, then it's not useful as a platform. So what you could do is you could just go through all these different things, and there are different categories of things which can actually help you out here. So if you are looking at developing your, let's say, video, yani your own brand ka logo intro, then you just click on brand intro outro. Okay, and these are all the different intros which are possible. And these are in different sizes. 16 by 9 is for your computer YouTube or something, and verticals are for your stories. So if you see, your logo can be as simple as this, you know, and again, it gives you the flexibility to actually change your brand colors and everything. So you need not worry that "Arey, I'm stuck with this template which is orange." You will have the freedom to change all of this. Now, the second part is brand promo. Just going through a few top things which people might think of, right? So brand promo, this is which is something interesting, So you just show an image, and there's some text which is there, and it's giving an offer. Similarly, vertical. So if you want for your Instagram stories or something, and there are different genres. So there is food is a very famous thing. Then food is always there. Then there is something like fashion. So if you are specifically in those genres, it will help you, like product. Now you can actually pick something else instead of the camera and still get done with this. Okay, right? I will show you guys how we need to think about this also. But just right now, just going through the whole interface and what all things are there. Now, because COVID-19 is there, and if your brand is giving updates in your area or something, you can just get this simple video when you can just show these many cases, these many tested. If there are some other information you want to show, like people initially when the pandemic started, people were going on reminding people, "Hey, wash your hands" and all those things. So, these kind of videos like stop the spread, then this thing, be strong, things will get better. So these are few things which you can directly start using. Okay. Now, the most important thing which I want to get into is the bite-sized ads, because right now video ads are the most important thing which are out there. So look at these simple ads, which is just a combination of images and text. The best part is you can just click on it. Okay, it comes with sound and everything, and you can just select what all different dimensions may you want. So this is actually a vertical, ad. So that's why it's giving me a error over here. You could use it, but still it's not recommended. So I would just say go with the kind of ad that it is, and then start optimizing it. So once I click on this, it opens up this edit module. Okay, don't get scared with what you're looking at, and I'll just walk you through how simple it is. A edit module or a edit console is always going to be this, regardless of any software. Okay, what I mean to say is, if you are using also Adobe Premiere, okay, or you're using some other app which you want to use, which is all fine, it will have the same components, because you cannot change this. This is not, this is a process. Like, it's like a car has four wheels, you cannot change that. A car is going to have four wheels. You can add more wheels to it, but it will still drive like a, like the same car, right? So when you come over here, you will notice this horizontal thing down, and this is known as your timeline. Okay, and this part, which is a play button, it just plays what your exact scene is. So when you click on play, it will load up, and then it showcases the output like this. Okay, so it's a very simple scene, nothing much. Now what you can do is, if you select here, you can see on the left there are a few more things which you can add. So if you wanted to add more things to this, okay, when I say more things to this, you wanted to add your own images, so you could do that. If you come over here and you can search for images, so let's say I would search for summer, and I'm seeing these all things, and let's say, for example, I would pick this up. Okay, so let's say I want to pick that. Okay, this is good, and just drag it and drop it. What would you like to do? Replace. So it has replaced that original image with this particular image. Right now, if you were to see this particular image, but is not fitting in, so I can also scale this up. Okay. Now I'll just hit Control Z to undo. There are a few image options which are there. Fit with blur. So what it's done is, because this size of the image was not vertically fitting, it has fitted it like this, and it has given it a blur. I can do something like stretch to screen. So when I stretch it up, it is getting stretched like this. Once again, crop to screen is a better option, because what it does is, stretching is just scaling it non-uniformly so that it builds a weird kind of a stretch. Instead, crop to screen is what we want. The moment we do this, we see our images up. Okay. Do you want to add filters on this image? So you can think, okay, can I add this? You can see there are a whole range of filters. What I would just do is, I would add something like maybe this. Okay. Image animation. Do you want to animate this image? Because right now, when we play, the image is already there. It's not getting animated. Okay, it's just moving, scaling up. That's it. But it's not coming in, right? So if we want it to appear, we can do is a fade in. The moment I do that, now see what happens when I hit play. So you guys would have noticed it starts off with a fade in. Okay, again I'm playing. Now my text, which is there, okay, so it's also giving me these all things. If I want to change it to brand colors, now one important thing which is there is, you can actually customize this for your brand. Like, you can always, right now you can see logo yahan pe, it's not come automatically. Okay, so if I were to add a logo, I will have to actually add something to this. Now to do that, it will take like, I'll have to import the logo and all those things. If I want, I can also set it up in my settings. So there is something known as brand presets. In this brand presets, I can put in my company name. Okay, I can even upload a logo. I will not upload a logo because I'm just worried it might hang my machine at this moment. So I'm not doing that. Okay. People are basically asking, they have, is this like Canva? This is somewhat like Canva, but this is, you can say, Canva for video. Okay. The second part is Madhukar is saying, how long is this webinar? Madhukar, this is going to be on for the, I think, more 30 minutes or so. Okay. The next part which is there is you can also put in the text color. If your brand has a particular highlight color, you can add those out here so that even you could put in your Facebook and all these details. So let's say, for example, I will come to this later, but what you could actually do is all your videos, you must have noticed YouTubers and all, when their video ends, they show the Instagram link, they show the Facebook link and all those things. You want a particular end clip, like once your video ends, it should show, it should ask people to subscribe or, press the bell icon or whatever. Then you could actually start putting this up, which is a end clip. You can upload your own end clip, but you can also say ki whatever default is will come in. So it will just say, it will put in all your handles and it will show people ki, okay, this is what needs to be followed. Coming back to this, so when we come over here, I select the text as well. Okay, now text, because that was autumn, I want to make this summer. I just change it to summer. Sale is 50%, which I'm okay with. If I want to change the style or something, then I can change the font from here. I can change the colors. So if I want the text color to be something else, uh, maybe, okay, I would keep it white itself at this moment. I can put in a shadow that will help me to, accentuate the text a little more. Animation, there is an animation which is applied if you see already, and I'm happy with it, so I won't change that. And that's it. I am done. There is one cool option out here which is, analyze. So this particular small button, if you click, your scene gets analyzed if there is a problem in terms of alignment issues, in terms of maybe your clips are maybe not properly timed. Then it will tell you, okay, these are the small things which you need to fix, and it will give you an option to resolve, and you can resolve it right then. So just for example, if I, just purposely I made it here, let's see if it picks this up. Now this is where it understands, we are not perfect. Now it's giving me a pixel perfect scene right now, but if you were to do this at times, it gives you an error out there. So let's take an example. Let's do this. Let's just try. Because what I want to show you guys is it gives you the error and it fixes it also, which is great. Which it is not doing right now, which is not great. But okay. Anyways, the point is it's as simple as this, and your video is more or less done. If you again you are not happy with the image, you want to change it, just come, and this is now suddenly all the more, you can say, recognizable in terms of the text and everything. So you could check this out over and over again, how this is working. Few images, if they are low res, then you can again come back here one sec. You could change this part. Okay. So this is how you can actually start looking at all these things in terms of, one second, I just want, yeah. Now, one thing which is there is you can also search for videos. Okay, so include summer video. Now this, you can notice this particular thing, which is an image, but I put in this video. Okay, it gives you this error, which is okay. And let's just say done. And now when I press this, so I have actually included a video instead of the still image. Okay, and it's as simple as this. You are more or less done. You could just click on export. Okay, it will give you, let's say, these kind of errors. I have to upgrade it to the next part, which I will be doing very soon. So then this will actually start, because I have used my premium videos right now. So let me just fix this. Um, Anyways, the next part to this is, let's look at some other video which we want to create. And let's imagine if we want to create a Facebook news feed. So the whole idea with this is, it gives you, once you select this template, it will give you what all things are already popular. Okay. So you just pick those up and just put across what you want to do. So let's say this one. Yeah, this is nice. So this is a teaser kind of a video which I had mentioned, right? So this is that video. It's available in story format, in wide format, so you could actually select, I'm selecting the wide format. Yeah. So this is your video out here, and this is a more, you can say, this is a more broader timeline if you see, wherein it is showing me a lot of clips and all these things. So if you are okay with the visuals, what this has done is this has given you the structure. So if you were to write a copy for this, and this is where your skills will come in. If you click, there is just one word, if, okay, then this is you are, okay, if you are going to have a story, have it big, big, or none. So this is what the message is. Now what you need to do is, if I were you, I would have gone to my notepad and I would have written this down. If you were to have a story, go big or none. Something like this is written. So I would just think of, how do I want to send this message across to my audience, because maybe I don't want to talk about a website. I don't want to talk about a story. I want to talk about a website, or I maybe want to talk about a electric vehicle. So if, what we'll do is, we will take the same structure or the same kind of words which are there and make it fit to our brand. Okay. So if you were to have a story, go big. If you were to have a vehicle, okay, go electric. You know. So this is, if you want to save the world. Okay. If you want to save the world, yeah. Let's say we remove the if, but we use that same amount of characters to say to save the world, you just need to ride electric. You know, or else, what if you save the world by switching to electric? So if you were to just do this, like let's quickly just add these things. I would just go with this part. If you were to have a vehicle go electric, if you were so R ke badle we want world, so we just come out here. Okay. Okay. So this clip maybe I don't need, but I'll just keep it. I don't want to mess up with the structure. We are going to have a bike. Have की जगह पे choose uh, electric. So what's happening with this is now, as I have changed this, I have changed the narrative, and I will say play all scene. There is play scene. Play scene will only play this part. Play all scene will play all of it. So let's just play. Right. So I can just do this simple thing, and what I can now start looking at is what images are not making sense. Like this part is okay, I can live with it. This also I can live with it. Now, when I come over here, this thing, this is also, giving me oil kind of a feel. But this thing, I want this to be very particular. So I could search for a bike, okay? Or else I could search for transport, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to do some keyword research. Uh, city travel. Just look at some videos. Maybe this will work. So how many seconds do I need this? I'm just randomly putting in this much. Okay. So if I was to play all scene, so this makes it more and more simpler. You're just using stock footages from here and just going and replacing stuff. And if you choose the right kind of footages, you will be able to just close this within the next 1 hour or so. And that's what exactly the intention of InVideo or any such software is. It helps you to do this very fast, very quick. The intention is not, do not think of it, ki, okay, I am going to now become all around editor. I will do this, ये इधर कर देता हूँ, and all those things. कि ये करने जाओगे, then you will get stuck because you will start thinking, कि this flow is not right. Okay. So that's what is one thing. Last one part which I want to show, which is a really cool feature of InVideo. Okay, there is something which is text to video. Okay, basically, if you guys are already writing blogs, So you must be having a lot of blog content. What you can do is you can actually put in, you can make videos like this, which use text and videos together. Now, where this can be seen as, you must be seeing this with a lot of news, you can say news sites or news channels on Instagram and Facebook. They use a lot of these videos, which has videos and text. How this works is simple. If I were to click this, I want it in square and use this template. It just gives you directly options to add text. Okay, so this is your first. If we have a script, we can add the script directly. So let's say, for example, I add the headline, how to make videos. Video, you know, video creation is simple with InVideo. Auto suggest images, so it will suggest it by themselves. I just click next. So it will take the template and it will create my own edit now for this particular thing. Okay, so it's chosen this particular, you can say, clip out here. So if you were to see this, okay, the second one is this. I can go on adding scenes. So if I have to add scene, I have to enter the text over here, and I can just put in more and more things. So text layout and all, if I want to change, okay. Otherwise, if I want to continue with the same flow, I can do that. So enter text here. This has helped me understand how I can play with video. Let's say that's my text. Okay. So this is one cool little thing which is happening. And when you say preview all, you can see it all as a timeline. And these things are really useful if you think about it right now, which brings me to the last topic of Instagram Reels. Reels are something which is really crazy, and right now, this is one of the best ways to grow on Instagram. So, Reels, for those who don't know, is a counterpart of what TikTok was doing. Okay, so TikTok was just a video platform which, through micro videos, like 15-second videos, was keeping the entire generation hooked. The same kind of a flow has come to Instagram, and Instagram is right now promoting it a whole lot. So right now, organically, if you put up a reel, you're getting a lot more reach. Like, to give you an example, we started putting up reels for our accounts, and earlier for a video we were getting around 40 or 50 views, let's say. On Instagram Reels, it got a reach of more than 300 plus people. Okay, and that's the you can say benefit which you can see. So obviously it's going to, if you want to grow organically today on Instagram Reels is a must. And that connects with what I am saying out here. If you can plan out 15-second videos which can be information based out here, okay, and you start putting it out there on Instagram Reels, you will surely see a lot of traction at this moment. Okay, so with this, more or less, we've come to an end. We will go through all of the questions right now. I can see, could you suggest some free tools or paid too that can be used? So, Sanagan, actually, InVideo is one option which I would really recommend. Ritika is asking, do we have the option for textile and all subscription plans, or is it different? Uh, it's there in all the subscription plans. So you don't need, there's no difference. If you see, if you go to the pricing, okay, one second, where is the pricing? Let's go here. So if you go to the pricing, you will see what is the difference. The difference which they are talking about right now is there is a premium, photo libraries which you can use, like the videos and even say the images which we were seeing out there. They are from Shutterstock and Storyblocks. So you are getting access to 300 of them in the small business plan, and you're getting unlimited in the other version. That's the only main, you can say, benefit which you're getting. Team members in both of them are unlimited, okay, and text is a normal feature, so they have given you all the options, okay. I think someone has added something on chat. Let's see. How is capping? uh, Capping and all these. So, Arpit, most of these videos, right, video creators, they are more or less on the same platform. Like they are more or less same. So, if capping is something you are comfortable with, I would recommend that also. Like capping might also be good. I've personally not used it, but they all work on these things itself. There's no difference as such. The only thing which I really like with in video is the templates and everything. They are quite interesting, and we can actually do quite a lot. Plus, the kind of like what I would look at when I go to these things, I would look at what templates they are using. Now, when I'm seeing Capwing, they're using meme. They have meme templates. They have got a lot of these other things which are seeming interesting. But when I come to in video, let's say, and I believe they also have meme templates and all. Yeah, these are meme videos. So I would just say, just check out. Most of these guys have a free trial. What I would suggest is go for a free trial and check it out how this works. Ikjot basically asked, is there something to do with an infographic? So let's just see if we have something on those lines on in video. One second. There's another way to a simple way in which you can do a lot. One sec. Let me just check. So these are all the template categories, okay, on in video. So I don't see infographics as of now, but I am sure there are a few things which you can turn around and use. One thing which I would say, if you have a deck, okay, if you have a deck or something which is there, uh, one second, I'll show you one more tool. There is Trello, okay, and in Trello they have infographics as a section, but these are not infographics which are video based. These are infographics which are based, yeah, these ones, which are image based infographics. So hi. So these are image-based infographics. So if you want, what I would suggest is use these. Okay. After using this, create slides out of this. Okay. And then you take those slides onto something like in video, put it up as images, and you got yourself a video also, right? Sana asks, can we use a GIF image? In what sense? Like you want to use a GIF image as a input to the video, you can use it, but I would not suggest it. I would say from a video, make a GIF. That would be more useful. Okay, guys. So more or less, I think we have covered what the agenda was. Is there something else? Yeah, Trello to InVideo. Actually, what I would suggest is, one more idea which I can give you guys is, right now, let's say we are doing this webinar. Okay, imagine if this was a presentation. So I'll just open up a presentation. So imagine if this was a presentation, like last time I did this, and what I could do is I could just go full screen and I would record this entire thing as a video, you know, with my voiceover. And that itself, if I edit it crisply, that itself can become my, you can say, video which I can upload. So it need not be, what I'm trying to say is, you need not just think in the constraints of that one software. Think of it कि जहाँ पे जो मिलेगा करेंगे. हो सकता है कैनवा पे कुछ आपको अच्छा लगा, pick that up and then use it over here in InVideo as an input, and that could do the trick for you. Okay, so guys, thanks a lot. This has been a great session. I will just share with you. Vikrant, audio is already there inside of InVideo. There is a lot of audio files which are already there. If you still want your own audio, you have the option to upload that also. So you will be able to, if you want, you can upload audio from your own sources as well on InVideo. Okay. So guys, it's been great. Thanks a lot for sticking around for such a long time. It was a great session in terms of, I think you guys got value out of it. Okay. We have a session next week as well, which is on the one-page marketing plan. Okay. The details have been shared by Ritika. Now, this session is really, it will be really fun, because the idea over here is, when we get into the world of marketing, we always tend to think कि अरे यार मैं वो भी करना चाहता हूँ, ये भी करना चाहता हूँ, और बहुत बार क्या होता है, there is a term called analysis paralysis. Like, we think we want to do a lot of these things, but we end up doing nothing. So the one-page digital marketing plan basically simplifies all of these points, gives you a short system on what you have to execute and what you should focus on. So this is you can say, a very important session for most of us, I would say. And it would be great if you could join. Ritika has shared the link, so you guys could register out there, and we will see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys, for your time.